All right, so North Korea and South Korea. They've been angry with each other for a very long time. They've been at war, at a ceasefire, but at war since 1953. And now you see Kim Jong-un from North Korea and the South Korean President Moon Jae-in, like holding hands and smiling and raising each other's hands up. Like each of them both just won a UFC title match. And it seemingly came out of nowhere. I mean, I don't know if I missed something, but the last thing I remember is Trump calling Kim Jong-un Rocket Man or Rocket Boy or some shit like that and antagonizing him. And North Korea doing their version of by testing like missiles and nuclear carrying capable warheads off their coast, and they're just being like a shitload of tension in that area because they didn't have the capacity to reach the United States with a nuclear missile, but South Korea is right there, and South Korea is an ally of the US, and they would be blown to smithereens if some crazy shit happened. Then this, out of nowhere. Now, I don't want to say that, Trump deserves credit for this somehow, mainly because I don't know. And both sides say the exact opposite thing. On the right, they say that Trump was directly involved in this and, negotiated, this or co-brokered this peace treaty type of thing that seems to be going on. Then on the left, they say that he had absolutely, utterly nothing to do with this. It's just dumb luck that it happened, while he's in office. And I don't know. I don't know which side is full of shit, which side isn't. And odds are, maybe it's someplace in the middle. And I don't know who like the peer mediator is here. Is it the UN? Is it like some sort of special governing council? In Congress that like oversees this, has a jurisdiction over this type of shit to be able to say, these are the actual facts of what's going on. I don't know. And to be honest, I haven't looked like that deeply into it either. But what I do know is that it seems to be a positive thing. But I'm skeptical at the same time. It's kind of like, wait a second, Kim Jong-un you were just like threatening, nuclear war pretty much, and, measuring dicks with Trump and like getting at each other and shit. And now all of a sudden, after damn near 60 something years, you call a truce with South Korea, the ally of the US. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's fucking weird. But if it's legit, if it's true, it's a positive thing, for the world, for fucking mankind, for those like people that live in North Korea and are so insulated and live a hermit-like existence and are not just that they're like technologically not advanced, but it's that they've been like mentally conditioned and poisoned to, according to US propaganda, of course, to believe in this dear leader, supreme being, family bloodline type of thing of the Jong-uns. And he's a sick fuck that, killed his uncle because he thought that maybe his uncle tried to do a coup on his dictatorship and his cousins and fed them to dogs, and like he's a sick fuck. When he gives speeches, people are scared to be the last one or the first one to stop clapping because then that person gets arrested or some crazy shit. It's like a sick place, how do you fuck up the psychology of an entire country and everyone in it? It's kind of nuts. But it's a positive thing for those people, you know what I mean? There are talks for example, the South Korean government estimates that it'll take around $500 billion, billion with a B, to rebuild North Korea, to rebuild their economy. There's going to be a lot of interest in that. There's going to be a lot of countries, a lot of companies, private companies interested in investing and rebuilding the country and their infrastructure and, everything from fucking soup to nuts, I would imagine they need there. There's an example, the South Korean, I read this in an article, the South Korean President Moon, he said that he wanted to see this like mountain, this like famous mountain in North Korea, that he wanted to go visit it. And obviously he hasn't, because, countries haven't been speaking to each other in 60 years. And Kim Jong-un said that he was embarrassed to take him there because the travel accommodations were so shitty, and he would be embarrassed to take the South Korean president over there. And he said that he praised South Korea's high-speed railroad. So that like shows you like such like a poverty-stricken country, like where they're like coming from, like the angle that they're coming at. It's like, I guess, sanctions and just kind of like bleeding them dry type of thing. Not bleeding them dry, but like from a world economy standpoint, like there's a few countries that would fuck with North Korea, like, China, Russia, Iran, maybe. But they've been like the world outcast, you know what I mean? And I guess it's caught up to them. But hopefully, like I said, hopefully it is a positive thing. Hopefully it is rebuilding for the future. It's hopefully a positive thing for their people. I know Hyundai is a South Korean car company. They were like running estimates on building a plant in North Korea, a plant or two or something like that in North Korea, which would be dope, So you get stuff started. Also, they released the 3 prisoners that were in North Korea, I believe South Koreans, that were prisoners in North Korea serving 10 years of hard labor. That was their sentence, 10 years of hard labor. And it was for suspected espionage. And one of the dudes was a businessman, and 2 others were professors at Pyongyang University. Were they really spies? Who the fuck knows? I definitely don't. But it's also not far-fetched to envision a scenario where Kim Jong-un gets wind of these 2 professors that, seem kind of left or liberal leaning and teaching Western ways of certain things, and a businessman, doing the same thing or his version of within the business world. And just writing them off as fucking spies, and instead of feeding them to dogs like he did his uncle and cousins, fucking sentencing them to 10 years of hard labor. What a sick fuck. But yeah, anyway. Hopefully those talks result in positive things.